Hey guys, this is WWEKhanToolz leaving you the first review that I have done for quite some time. It's been what, 4 months since I've actually done a review, but I am sorry about this that I've not made a review. Even last week that I came back, I didn't make a review. It's just been a bit tough for me. There's so much effort doing weekly reviews, SmackDown reviews, Raw reviews, so much effort out of all my other videos. That's the most effort I have to put in. So I could pretty much have no excuse. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's the least I could actually say. But anyway, well, that rhymed. But anyway, today I'm going to be doing a review for SmackDown only. So I'm actually sorry, it's just that's been a bit pointless for me to actually do a Raw review 2 days later. So rather than doing a weekly review, which would be a bit pointless, just do a SmackDown review. Next week, I'll be doing separate videos, Raw reviews on Tuesdays and SmackDown reviews on Wednesdays. So that's something that we can all live with. Sorry if it's not. I'm sorry if it's not your way that you wanted it to be, but that's there's nothing I can really do. Anyway. So anyway, let's just start off with SmackDown, 25th of July 2014. This has actually been taped, just like always. But anyway, SmackDown opens with a recap with Triple H, Brock Lesnar, and Paul Heyman on Raw. As we all saw, Brock Lesnar returned with Paul Heyman as the mastermind of Plan C. So that's what happened, and he will be facing John Cena for the championship at SummerSlam, as we all found out. Miz TV was next, basically, and before that, actually, no, what? Before that, Ryback and Curtis Axel opened the show to face the Usos, and the Usos won the match after Axel gets pinned. And Ryback was very upset after the match and walked away, leaving Axel alone in the ring. My theory for this is that Ryback will be split. The team will be, split up, and I think this could turn into some kind of feud for Ryback's break or Curtis Axel's break, because these guys have just been working very hard with each other as a tag team. So I think it's time for them to split up and actually, get out there more known, if you know what I mean. Miz TV is next, and Miz comes out, and it turns out into a Intercontinental Championship match acceptance speech. His parents were in the crowd, and he asks his mum who her favorite superstar is. She says Roman Reigns to a big pop, and The Miz goes bragging until Bo Dallas interrupts to another big pop, which really everyone liked. And I think it turned out for Dolph Ziggler to come out as well and cut a promo, but Bo interrupts him and tells him to Bo leave. But then Dex Ziggler with a mic, and yeah, pretty much that's what happened. And it turned into a Bo Dallas versus Dolph Ziggler. Bo Dallas versus Dolph Ziggler with The Miz on commentary next. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. It was not. It didn't turn out. Miz TV was next, but it didn't turn out to be an IC title match. It was just an IC title acceptance speech. Anyway, let's get started. Bo Dallas versus Dolph Ziggler with Miz in the commentary. Dolph Ziggler pretty much hit a Famisa at one point, but Bo kicked out, and really it was a very huge knockout there. Apparently, that's what the spoiler people were saying in the website. And The Miz distracted Dolph from ringside, allowing Bo to get the win with a roll-up. So pretty much Bo Dallas and Miz are pretty much heels, and then Miz would then attack Dolph Ziggler until Bo joins in, and they double team him, and it looks like a handicap match, and unfortunate disadvantage for Dolph Ziggler. Anyway, backstage promo with Roman Reigns and Renee Young. Reigns is saying that he took shots at Randy Orton and Brodie Lee, and that's what he wants to do. Anyway, Cesaro versus Dean Ambrose was next in a no disqualification match, and Ambrose brings in a bunch of steel chairs. He brawls with kendo sticks and chairs throughout the match. This was described as a very ECW-esque match, with Seth Rollins coming out and attacking Ambrose, and Ambrose getting the upper hand and throwing Rollins through the timekeeper area. Ambrose comes back but then Cesaro hits a suplex on top of a pile of chairs, and then Cesaro goes for the pin, but then Ambrose counters with the roll-up for the win. Rollins comes in, beats Ambrose down after the match. So yeah, Ambrose won the match, but it was very unfortunate for him to get beaten down by Seth Rollins. This could lead into another SummerSlam match, but this time it could actually happen rather than someone not being able to have the match. And then they all sat down by having medics and coming out and checking on Ambrose, and then they help Ambrose out of the ring, and he gets a big pop going up the ramp. Then we get some promos for AJ versus Paige's feud and for Cena versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. It was Paige versus Naomi next. This turned out to be big. Paige coming out and skipping like AJ to mock her, and then Cameron starts coming down to watch the match from ringside. And then pretty much Paige won the match by submission. It was like a squash match, but then after the match, Cameron came out to attack Naomi, leading to another feud to continue between these two former tag team partners. Then there was a backstage segment with Goldust and Stardust. I really just love this team, Goldust and Stardust. I really like it. I think Stardust really is getting really cool. I mean, I think even though people find it weird, you know, I like the way he's I mean, it suits him as being singing and being the person who's actually very weird out of the two people. Goldust, the way he reacts to Stardust is a bit humor and also stroke of brilliance. It is really. I think these two teams. I really want this two team, you know, the two superstars to really be one of the biggest tag teams of all time in WWE. I really want this to happen. It'll be great because I think it's been time for Cody Rhodes or Stardust, as I'd say, to get a big push because he really does deserve it. Anyway, next, Bray Wyatt versus R-Truth. Bray Wyatt, as you can pretty much predict, defeated R-Truth, but there was a big chance for R-Truth to win the match. But then a chant for Chris Jericho broke out during the match, and then Wyatt cut a promo after the match and took shots at Jericho. And then it was the main event, Alberto Del Rio versus Roman Reigns. Del Rio gets no love from the Florida fans in Miami. But then Reigns gets the win with a huge spear, and then the SmackDown ends with Reigns celebrating. So as we can pretty much predict, Reigns would end the show with a huge pop, being the main event dude and the person who is really just stealing the whole show. So we can pretty much predict that, well, if Dolph Ziggler was there, he would probably still the show as well. But anyway, Reigns doing a hell of a job, and yeah. So I mean, I haven't really watched SmackDown. No one actually really has, because it's been taped, and this is just me reading it off from, you know, an internet where there's people who have been spoiling about it. So thank you to many of the people who have been spoiling about SmackDown for tonight's taping on Orlando. Really appreciate it. If it wasn't for you, then I'll probably not be making this video. But anyway, I want to hear what you guys think about this SmackDown. As for what I have heard right now, I'd rate it the same thing, 2.5 stars out of 5. Not very interesting at all, just like any other SmackDown. No offense to anyone, but yeah. So anyway, I'll see you guys very soon. So rate, comment, and subscribe. Peace.